Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we have the second part of our top 11 for absolute beginners tutorial. Today we are going to explore in detail every single screen you're going to see in the top 11 game. Now we're going to split them in every 5 screens per video. So the last video is going to have 4. But anyway, let's get on to it. The home screen is the first you're going to meet. And what are you going to see here are firstly these events that are shown. Currently only 2 events are ongoing, but every time Nordius releases another event, it's going to appear there. Another thing you're going to notice right off the start is the next match you're going to play. In my case, it's a friendly championship game. It's going to be highlighted with a different color for every competition you have. You've got friendly championship in black, league in red, Champions League is going to be blue, cup in green, and football associations in turquoise. Now, these, in case of top 11 2021, you're going to also observe these weather stats. In my case, it's going to be hot weather, so I'm going to have to choose the appropriate tactics. Now, the next thing you're going to meet is this previous match thing. In my case, a 9-0 easy win, and you're going to also see the performances during every competition. In my case, I lost the fight for the league trophy, but I'm now fighting for second place. In the Champions League and Cup, I was kicked out in quarterfinals, and in the football associations, well, I'd rather not talk about those because the draw is a bit humiliating, nor just should fix the draws definitely, because this time I actually we didn't really manipulate, but ended up with a whole manipulation crew. Now this is the preview for every game. You're going to see where each team is better and so on. You're also going to see the formation. Speaking of formation, here we are on the squad screen. In my case, we play currently a 4-3-2-1, but it can also be turned easily into a 4-3-3. There are many tactics you can choose based on every single player you have in the crew and what you're going to need for the next game. Now I'm going to stay with this 4-3-2-1 for the association game, but I'm also going to use it during the friendly championship game because why not? And this is how I'm going to see it. What is this? What the Nordius, what is wrong with you? For I recommend anybody that has epilepsy to not watch this video because oh my god, that was such a weird bug. Now that's a thing that we're going to report. This is unacceptable. I hope it got solved. All good. 4-3-2-1 seem to be okay. My substitutions and reserves are not good. I'm going to explain why. It's also due to associations. I'm going to tell you why in a future video. I've got many videos planned. And I forgot to tell you about the assistant report. This is everything the assistant manager says. We're just going to take a quick look over it. And back to the squad screen, and well, I told you all about the formation section, but there's two more sections in the squad category. And the next one we're going to see is the lineup section, where you can check details about every single player in your squad based on condition, based on nationality, based on age, wages, value, and many, many more categories. Now, this lineup section also has two categories, general and stats and skills, where you can see the number of matches played for everyone, the yellow cards, and that every single player in your team has got over the course of the season, number of goals, assists, and many, many more. Now, the next section and the last one in the squad screen is the tactics section, where you can obviously choose your tactics, mostly based on your opponent's percentage, formation, and probably even his own tactics. Uh, More recently, also the weather affects the tactics. This is why we're switching from high and hard to low and normal to not tire our players too much. Now, this was let's you can also check the opponent's team as well and the set piece takers. I'm going to have to choose a set piece taker for the right corner kick. I'm going to do that without recording. Off to the training section, and this is a very important section if you want to be a good manager and have a trained team. Now, this is the reports part, and the reports part shows all the trainings that have happened in the past. I don't know exactly how many trainings you can have in the report section. Then you can check every single one from goalkeeper FT training to maintaining all the MRs in my case, and so on. I use it a lot. Now, if you want um, to do a training, you just simply select a player, select the drills you want to train him on. There are 24 drills, 8 for each main category, and you just simply choose it and go start training. Now, this quick training isn't very useful. It's basically the assistant manager choosing a certain set of drills for your team to perform during the training based on what you give him, easy, medium, or hard. This part, the physio center, is actually quite useful. Your players get plus 6% condition every 3 hours, and you can come here and check what your exact condition of your players is and when the plus 6 condition is going to come. Now, the bonuses. These are very important for the game and the matches that you play. You can have bonuses between 0 and 10%, and these bonuses actually affect pretty much how your team performs. They boost your attack, defense, possession, and condition, and the bigger the boost, the better the performance of your team and the impact of your players. Bonuses increase by 2% each day, and it's better to have them all maxed out. Now, the transfers part. This is where you buy players from fast trainers. This guy looks FT-ish, but I'm not going to make a bid for him. I already have a DL FT that is going to be trained in the future. If you are in the first 4 levels, I recommend you to check high quality players before getting to level 4 when you can start power training. And Yeah, well, if you organize them by quality, you're going to find these these guys, and not exactly these guys, but anyway, um, to the scouting part. Now, if you want a trained team, a team of fast trainers, you shouldn't look in this part. And why not? Because there are very high prices for players that are at least 22-year-olds, so not trainable, and it's huge prices for players that are not really worth it. Now, many people choose to use scouts. After all, it's your choice, but if you want a fast trainer team, you just don't go with scouts. Negotiations, now these are also pretty useful. They happen in each season, only in the last week though, and you can find from some fast trainers to mostly high quality players, most probably close to 6 stars, but not quite there. And this is the best place to find fast trainers that are actually almost 6 stars. But since it's the last week of the season, you can just buy them, and their percentages will drop in a matter of days before. And if the skills drop, this means they are easier to train. Now, the assistant part. The assistant would offer you a daily player every day, but I don't recommend you to check it out because it's just as useful as the scouts. Now, the youth academy, it's not very useful either, but I do use it from time to time, and I recommend beginners to actually check it out because this youth academy works this way on day three of the season, so the same day with the one when you're going to start the league, you're going to have around 8 players, I think, shown here, and you're going to choose them. There are some free players, there are some players that cost a certain number of tokens, and you're going to have to check how much they cost. And uh, depending on how many slots you have, you can choose a certain amount of players. And these players are going to come for free in your team the next season. So you're going to have to wait the whole season before getting them. But you can already see pretty much what the quality of the players will be before even getting them. Now, very rarely you will get FTs from the youth academy. So if you want a fast trainer team, it's not going to be very useful, this youth academy. Thanks guys for watching. This was me for today. I hope you enjoyed it. All the best. Goodbye.